3 or
It
4.
was late last year.
I can look it up. Let's see. That was on.
I want to say it was actually like November, maybe.
No, I think we played the 17th, I want to say.
It says. Where are you?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it
'Cause
says
we took-
December 17th.
We took a week off for Christmas Eve and for New Year's Eve. And then last week we had Flavortown, which I'm
Right.
so sorry you missed, Chris, because it was so much fun.
Yeah, I was not happy about having to miss it either.
Look, you said it was canon in Yualia, so maybe he hasn't missed it completely.
That's true.
Yep.
If Sadok ever dies, I'm possibly making a refugee Flavortown.
I have no problems with this. Half of Yualia is left unpopulated for a reason. It's to accommodate any sort of like super weird shit you guys might want to try.
I don't know if we can get any weirder shit than that.
You say that, but I'm sure you'd manage.
Well, I know, I just wanted to make it a challenge.
I've got a few things already lined up that I could pull out if needed. Still gonna make that Necro-Romancer.
Oh yeah. Oh. I think you gave me like a draft of the Necro-Romancer at one point or something.
Oh yes, it'll happen.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see it actually happen. All right. Let's get started. I want to have a bit of a real chat with you guys at the end of the session. Nothing bad, but just chat that recent events have prompted me to think we should have.
That's fair.
And then yeah, let's get started. So, 3 weeks after our last session in Yualia, does anybody remember or have notes for what happened last session?
I have my notes. So we got back home. We now have 3 ships. We're still waiting for the Dwarf Envoy mission to end. So we went to an island, the one with Bukhari on it. We found the orb with 9,009 demons, recovered that, and I believe we sent it to Sadok's church for safekeeping.
Yes.
You did, yes.
And that was what we did. The other thing we did discover that Fuck Island is has a 3-sided war going on.
Oh yeah.
We can get involved in if we choose to do so.
We also went
The
back
fuckers,
to
the shitters, and the
Scallon,
dammers.
and we killed some more of the marrow and stuff in there and saved a couple druids. And got one of their staves.
Yes.
Yep. So you've got something to try and make the Visharad a bit more fertile again. And so, very last, at the end of last session, we left off with you guys leaving Scalum again, with a storm gathering on the horizon.
Alright, we're still cursed.
Yeah. You went back to the temple you got cursed at.
I mean, I figured we can't get more cursed.
Isn't that a challenge?
I thought we just assumed that Umberly is always up to 11.
Umberly is always a bitch. There is a reason she is called the Bitch Queen. but yes. Oh yes. So, I hope you all saw my thing in World Events. You all have inspiration for this session, and you all have 50, and you all have an extra 50 gold. Alrighty. So, storm gathers on the horizon as you leave Scalum and sail west back towards the Visharad. The waters begin to churn around you as shark fins begin to poke up, appearing in multiples of 2 frequently, till eventually you hear a snarling, growling voice from alongside the ship. Give 'em back! Give 'em back! Give back what you stole from her!
I believe we are being called out again.
Out of
Does
character, I
everyone
couldn't
remember what we
how
took?
much we took. I think it was just gold, but I don't remember how much.
Yeah.
Some.
I mean, maybe like some pearls and gems and stuff, but and mostly just treasure.
I yell over the side. What do you think we took?
Her treasure!
How much was that?
Much gold and many jewels.
What a helpful, specific answer you gave.
Hickerstone could toss a couple gold off the side.
I was gonna say we could toss like 2 silver pieces and a pebble.
I put my notes on it in chat. Party took 3,000 GP of coins, 1250 GP of jewelry from the Umberley Temple. It's fucking cursed. Super cursed. They split it up amongst them.
Okay, here's the real problem. We took that gold, and then we took other gold, and then we went to the market and we spent gold. How do we know which gold coins are the cursed coins? Or are they willing to just, like, take any 4,000 gold worth of coin?
I don't know. Do you want to ask the angry wereshark?
Honestly, you just say that they were stolen from us, so they'd have to go check out the other people.
What if we don't have the specific treasure that you think we do, but we do have other treasure? Is that acceptable, or?
As much treasure as you took from our queen.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So it's what? So we think it's just over 1,000 each.
Yeah, about 1062 and a half.
I have that much.
Yeah.
Fine.
I was just thinking I have a lot and need to find something to do with it. Apparently I found something.
It is tossing
It
on
counts.
the side.
So, what? Do we just dump this in the ocean?
Give it back to the queen.
Can't take that as a no.
I mean, I get that's what you want us to do. I was kind of asking how.
Fine, yes, throw it over the side.
I mean, if you insist.
I got a sack to put it all in.
No, I'm just gonna like turn the sack over and let it spill out.
Tristana is just taking fistfuls and just chucking in various places. Just casually.
Stop that! Stop making it more difficult to collect our mistress's treasure!
Hence the sack. Although I am gonna
We
casually
like
try and
our
hit him in the head with
sack.
a sack of gold.
Casually try and what, sorry?
Hit him in the head with a sack of gold. Oops.
I
Looks like
support
it's a
this
good
action.
20 pounds worth of gold.
Tristana is just making it rain.
Hail. Hail.
Hail.
Yeah, there's a reason you don't go to the strip club in Canada and start making it rain with a Can you imagine? Alrighty. So you throw your gold overboard at the shark, the were shark. And he growls again. Fine. A fitting tribute for your safe passage. As one final gift. A parting gift to you. We'd like you to meet our friend.
If they start attacking us with something, she's call lightning.
You are under a natural thunderstorm right now.
Yup.
Alright. So most of the sharks begin to swim away. However, 4 of them start swimming closer to the boat. And they disappear under the water. And then they burst from the water and land heavily on deck. And they are not sharks. They are, in fact, sharks attached as the arms of a
Oh, fuck
bear.
you. Fuck you. Call lightning. Fuck it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as 2 undead sharken bears appear on your ship, I would like you all to please roll initiative.
Off to a good start.
Yeah.
This is fine.
For some reason, initiative doesn't work. Wow, the sharks rolled an even lower initiative than you did.
This is especially fun.
So I was right.
Nice.
Off to a good start.
Alrighty. So, Sadok, you have 2 undead appeared on the boat.
Man, it would be super awesome if I was some kind of cleric with like benefits against undead.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it. First one with
Yeah, 28 will definitely hit them. They are pretty big bastards, and they're not very good at dodging.
it'll be
Yeah.
15 total. piercing damage, apparently. Fix that.
Piercing, yeah.
Yeah. And then 2 more shots with sharpshooter.
Alrighty, go for it. Oof. Yeah, those will both hit too.
Yeah, I should have done sharpshooter with the first one. Oh well. That will be it for me.
Alrighty. So that is 15, 22, 21, 43, 58 damage in one.
Yeah.
So he looks bloodied. I assume you're shooting the closer one.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, he looks pretty thoroughly as 3 crossbow shots slam into him and then detonate shortly after. He turns towards you, his shark mouths beginning to gnash their teeth. Diggeroy!
Those guys, are they our guys?
They're yours. Those are the
Okay.
Have them move away.
Well, they rolled an even lower initiative than Bauer did.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
going last.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them to concentrate their fire on the near one. And then I'm going to try and think of a joke. I'm really drawing a blank here. Because I'm casting that. And the save DC is 15.
They actually are unaffected, unfortunately. They have an intelligence score of 3.
God damn it.
I just realized something.
They're
How long has
undead
it been
werewolves.
since our last combat?
Long enough you could have longer.
Okay, good.
Well, that sucks. I will provide bardic inspiration to Bauer.
Sweet.
All right, Bauer, you got it. Concentrate on the front one. I'll also step up some there.
Alrighty. So now you are within melee range of the undead Sharken Bear. I see no way this can go. Speaking of, it is the undead Sharken Bear's turn. It unfortunately cannot get to Sadok because between you and Bauer and the sharks, it's kind of. So, it's going to go for Diggeroy. Hey, Diggeroy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to lash out at you once with its bear mouth. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Alright. And then it's going to throw each of its shark mouths at you once. Oop, that'll miss. I imagine that'll hit.
That does it.
Alright. So then you get another shark bite at you. He
Ow.
catches you with one of his shark mouths, and rips a chunk.
Good chunk
And
indeed.
the other were shark and bear is going to. He's going to try for the sharks up there. Oof, oof. He will concentrate his fire on the right-hand shark here, but he will not manage to. He will not manage. He is looking pretty bloodied. And that's their turn. What?
Alright, Stona is gonna start running up this way past this group and say, do not let them past here, and then it's gonna hold up the staff to the sky, to the cloud above head, and call lightning down on the center of this one. Is it big enough
Alrighty.
that it would just hit it?
He does not save against whatever you're doing. Against your... Oof.
Fucking hell.
Oof. Big oof. Well, he rolled he did not beat your dex save, so he takes full. Your lightning comes down from the storm that Umberlee's called against her own minions, and it seems as if that mitigates its effectiveness a bit, unfortunately. You still hurt him. You still singe some of his bare fur off, but he's not as hurt as he might have. Bauer, you're up.
Yeah, so definitely gonna try to push him down. I feel like this is not gonna go well, but might as well try.
Alrighty.
Turn remember shove acrobatics
Athletics.
or athletics. Sorry, yeah.
I believe we roll again. Give me another athletics.
Do we?
Hold on a second.
Thought it
You
was
can
just
add your
one,
mark
yeah.
inspiration to that.
Oh, yeah, good
Ooh,
point.
that's true.
Yeah, I'll add the inspiration to that.
All right, then you whatever you roll on it, you beat him. He actually wait. He is 2 sizes bigger than you, which I believe gives him advantage. So roll your bardic inspiration dice. Let's see what you get.
What is it, 1d6 or 1d8?
D6.
In an absolutely heroic feat of athletics, Bauer, you go to this huge fucking sharken bear. You dodge between both of his shark arms, slam your shield into him, and knock him on his ass.
1, 2, 3, pin.
It's going down. He's yelling timber. Go for it, Bauer. Alrighty, those will both hit. So after knocking him down, you deal a pair of slashing blows. Those to the Sharken Bear, and Mage Crasher crackles in time with the surrounding. That in your turn?
Yes.
Dope. Alright, it is now the shark's turn. The 3 up here are just going to step forward a little bit to help guard against this one. The 2 on either side of him are going to make longsword attack.
I forgot they were actually called sharks. That's gonna get a little confusing.
It's okay. You guys are doing pretty well against these. They won't be around too much longer. 10. All of those hit. 19. 30, 37 damage. You also actually gave them the treasure back, which means that instead of facing 5, you're fighting 2.
We
I feel like
totally
we
could have taken
should
5.
have kept half and gotten half of them. Odd trade-off.
The other 2 sharks are, one of them is going to split, one of them is going to attack the north one, the other one's going to... both will hit the north one. Ooh, nice. Crit on the bottom one.
He should have advantage if he's attacking the downed one.
That is true. He has a crit on one of them regardless.
Yeah. Reroll a second, see if that's a crit.
Nope. Alrighty, that's the shark's turn. Sadok, you're up.
Alright, the south one is prone and still alive.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna get close to it then. Because I have to hit it. But at least I get advantage now. Wow.
Advantage will not save you.
That is a really poor roll.
Advantage
better.
will give you that one, however. Mostly. And so your crossbow bolt shoots into his head and buried within his skull detonates and causes his head to explode in gore. And he crumples even more lifeless to the ground.
Yeah, that's how I do. That'll be it for me.
Alrighty. Diggeroy, you're up.
Yep. Dash forward, just jump over the body. Whee.
Alright.
Bonus action, Hexblade's Curse. And then I will attack. Normal attack.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Yeah, that one will not hit, unfortunately.
Really? Sure about that?
Really.
That's it.
Alright, and that's his turn. Diggeroy, you're the one who most recently attacked him. He's going to turn to you and bite. And a pair of shark bites at you.
I'll turn the bite into a mess,
Alrighty.
but I'm down.
How about the shark bites?
Hold on a second, wait a minute. Might not be. 18 and 5 is 23. Yeah, no, that's why I'm down.
Alrighty. So, you throw up a shield in front of you. It blocks out the worst of the bite, but his shark arms swing in around your shield and hit you regardless. Christona, you are
Sorry.
the remaining shark and bear is bloodied, by the way.
Yeah, let's deal with that.
Alrighty. See how he fails. So that is 23.
And then bonus action healing word on Diggeroy.
Alrighty. Roll him. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick.
I forgot to mute quick.
Bauer, you're up. Oh fuck.
Yes, fuck.
Nah, that's for when we get to fuck out. That'll hit him.
And I'll add 2 from Mage Crasher for that.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So he is barely hanging on by a thread.
I see what you did there.
Honestly, it wasn't even.
You're just very good.
Aw. Alright. Sharks are up. The three up top are going to stay guarding Flint. That is the Shark and Bear's character sheet, not the Sharks. The Sharks are going to make sword attacks against the Shark and Bear as well. Wow, they actually missed. But the two on either side of it are going to. One of them holds its attention in front, while the other jumps on its back and stabs the bear head through the back of his skull. And he goes down. And that is our Shark and Bears done.
I'm gonna hold on to that call lightning for as long as she can, just in case.
You do
Crackle
see some
staff.
sharks swimming. There are some sharks still swimming around you in the water.
Slam one down by a couple of them to scare them off.
They scatter from the lightning strike. If you really want, you can carve steaks off the undead shark and bears. I will not stop you.
I was just thinking while she's lightning the shit out of things, might as well, put it to good use.
That's
You got it
true.
for 10 minutes.
Electrofishing is a thing.
I'm not sure
If
that
you wanted
undead
to use
meat
this
is good to eat.
Sorry?
I'm not
Oh.
sure that undead meat is edible.
Also,
No, for the shark she's electrocuting in the water.
Oh. Yeah.
No, if
He
you
did say
wanted
shark
to
and
make
bear.
if you wanted to eat undead meat, that would be you'd
It
need
is
to make
our
a
we're talking
bunch
about.
of con saves. You'd need to make a bunch of con saves. And we'd see what would happen at the end of it.
And it's timeless like this that I really wish I was playing the Necromancer.
Oh, that went so many ways in my head. I don't think you intended it to. Necro-romancing is fine. I draw the line at necro-bestiality.
We have standards here.
Exactly.
Do not
You can't
ask
cross
questions
that
about
line.
how those sharks got connected to the bear in the first.
Oh, that was one crazy Yom Kippur.
Anyhow, Gwaine is still behind the wheel. He shouts to the sharks. Get a bandage on that wound. Push the damn sharks over the side. We'll get rid of them later. And following his word, the sharks start pushing the corpses off the side of the ship. Cristona, you do spot some. You do manage to stun some actual sharks if you wanted to try and fish them out of the ocean. If anybody wants to cut undead shark and bear steaks, now is the time. Otherwise, they are off the ship and into the ocean.
Truly wish us to lightning fish.
I mean,
Question.
if you got the storm going anyway.
Alright, and she'll see about getting at least one out of the water.
Roll a d20. You managed to fish. You managed to fish 3 sharks out of the water that you've stunned. You stun a lot more, and over the course of the remainder of your call lightning spell, you managed to drive off the big pods of sharks that are around. But is it a pod of sharks? Doesn't matter. But you managed to haul 3 sharks onto the ship for eating, should you so choose.
They should wave one around, but it's probably a little too big, so she would just let people know that they're here if they want actual meat.
Alrighty. You let everybody know there is meat. Mostly they're busy going about their work of pushing wereshark. Why do I keep calling them wereshark bears? Sharken bears off. Gwaine strolls around, giving orders. As the ship sails on through the storm.
For a second, I thought that was like a samurai Sephiroth.
No, that's just Gwaine. So yeah, the shark and bear have been vanquished. The sharks have left you alone. No one is demanding tribute from you. All that's left is to ride out the storm. Alrighty. So, next day, storm breaks. I should probably stop the thunder. I don't know if any of you actually keep the music that I play on, come to think of it.
A little too light, or a little too down low for me.
Okay. Yeah. Storm breaks. You are now on clear, open seas. Blue sky above you.
Well,
As
let's
you go west.
I just need to go where like I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
You don't want to hear me try and sing.
No, I can do it.
Now I do.
Now I really do.
But we were headed home, right?
You were, yes.
Nice change of subject.
I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you did. Yes, you were headed back to the Visherad. So you've got a few days left ahead of you. Mostly it passes uneventfully. Some some dolphins that you pass by, a few birds that you see. You do sail by Fuck Island at one point, but about midway through your journey, right about here, you feel a curious sensation. You start to feel as if you are getting lighter. All
Us
of you are
personally
getting
or the
lighter.
whole ship?
I'm not sure how you'd tell if it was the whole ship, but yes, the whole ship as well.
Others feel that?
I do. Can't
Yeah.
say I like it.
Any chance, is this something natural or?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we all just naturally are.
Oh, this weird
No,
magic
gravity
stuff,
affects
baby. Nature magic.
One of those low gravity zones, you know.
I just figured y'all started to learn dancing too.
Hmm. You are continuing to feel lighter as you proceed.
Yeah, I
What are you identifying?
myself.
Yourself.
I want to know what spells are on me.
Who am
Identify
I?
yourself.
That's one way to do it, I guess. Magic item or some other magic imbued item. Whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. One sec. I need to check a spell and see if it applies here.
Cool.
Mhm.
Like a better version of detect magic.
Basically. There is nothing there is no obvious spell on you, but there is some sort of transmutation magic on you. On all of you. I'll save you the time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured. Well,
Can
so
only dispel twice.
yeah, I mean, you could try dispelling just the entire thing. I don't know. And it could just be like a weird ambient effect in the middle of the ocean.
Are we
I
going
mean, I
into
guess
Skypiea?
have any of us like ever heard of anything like this?
That's what I was
Potentially.
asking.
Almost certainly, yes. Weird magical effects are not at all unheard of in this region of ocean. They're not common, especially when you get further. They're more common when you get further south, but they're not uncommon around here.
We have
But I mean,
found
like,
the
are
Fuck
they
Island Triangle.
are they caused by anything, or are they just like in and of themselves?
Roll Arcana.
Uh,
So, both of you know that the exact cause of what the fuck causes these weird magic effects is something that's very much up for debate. There's no current consensus on what actually causes them. They're worse out in the wild places. So when you guys head out, if you guys ever head out east to look at the cult bases there that are looking for stuff, it'll be worse there. It also gets worse the closer to the center of Yualia you get. But there's no consensus on what exactly causes them. They kind of just happen. Sometimes they will appear for a day and then be gone. Sometimes they'll last for decades. They're wild magic zones.
I'll ask. I'll make sure the captain notes where we found this.
Should
Right on, sir.
possibly connect selves to ship somehow. Tie down.
Probably a good idea.
We can start doing that then.
I want to roll something. Yeah. I've hit a couple of these before. They're basically, you head closer to the closer you get to the center of them, the weirder gravity gets until it starts pulling you upwards instead of down. So, we're going to take us in a nice wide swing around. We'll get lighter. Don't jump too high. But should dodge the center and make sure we don't fall into the sky.
I like this plan.
I like it too. I like not falling into the sky.
But do you think time would pass us by?
As a matter of fact, I do think time would pass us by if we went into the sky. We'd probably be fucking dead soon enough.
That would be a long time.
Yes, but it'd pass us by because we'd be dead.
Does time really matter anymore at that point?
No. You're dead. Quaid looks on
Depends if resurrection is possible.
For an old salty coot like me, not likely. Especially if someone dumps your body out in the middle of the ocean. You know what what most likely happens to someone who gets stuck in one of those? Eventually the wild magic fails, and you fucking fall back. And falling, when your ship is upside down and heading headfirst into the ocean, is not a way to survive.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the fall won't kill you. It's
No.
hitting water that will.
Exactly.
Assuming you're not dead already.
Yes, assuming it hasn't lasted for a year or two and you haven't died of starvation.
More like suffocation up that high.
Yo, I need to write something down. This just gave a great idea for a character backstory.
Oh boy.
Continue speaking to Gwen by all means.
You've probably just invented Skype.
No. No. I have, no Skypea here.
You know what it is, though, so that's good.
I only pretend to be uncultured swine, Flint.
You never know.
Anyhow, we're gonna take us a nice wide road. We'll go just by Ringstead Scary. Swing nice and wide around Fuck Island. Or maybe it's Shit Island by now. I haven't gotten the most up-to-date maps for a little while.
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty. So Gwen takes you on a nice wide route around the wild magic zone, and you end up at the Visherad about half a day later than expected, but without having fallen into the sky. So trade-offs. You pull into port. A couple of the wounded sharks get taken off immediately, and then the rest of them start unloading supplies all around. What do?
First thing to do is check in with Monarch on the status of things.
We will bring staff to druids, then meet.
Alrighty. So you want to go talk to Garrett. Sadok, you want to, or sorry, fuck. Diggeroy, you want to talk to Monarch. Um, Sadok, Bauer, you guys want to do anything?
I'll hang out with Sid Oak today.
Yeah, I don't have anything particular to do.
Alrighty.
We can eat some shark and get drunk.
I like this plan.
Right?
Would you like to attempt to carouse?
I don't think we need to get that drunk. Last time I caroused, I wound up with a baby.
That would be very difficult on Visherad.
I mean, you'd think so, but
But you became a hero.
What was that, sorry?
But he found the place to take the baby, so he was a hero.
That's true, he was a hero.
yeah, still no.
Alright. Yeah, you guys, you head off, grab some beers and some food, and you head off above you head off to the above ground section of the Visherad, sit on the walls, look out from the cliffs, over the Four Skull Strait. You watch the waves, you spot, oh, what do you
Welp.
Oh, the change bringer provides. This is the most worthless thing to roll 100 on.
Someone should have drank 2 potions really quickly. I don't know if you were carousing, you might have.
What is the 100 on the carousing table? Come to think of it. Oh, actually, I know what it is. It's roll 2 and combine. But yeah. Okay. As you are sitting and watching, all right, all right. As you're sitting and watching the water, a you You have a great day of wildlife spotting. You see several very good-looking seabirds. You see a giant whale. You see um, a pod of dolphins go by beneath you. You see a shoal of not a shoal. Why did I say a shoal? A school of tropical fish. You even see the head of a dragon turtle poke up above the water at one point before he dives deep down under the water again. As you're drinking and you eat food and you catch up, there at one point you hear a voice next to you say, "Hi!" And next to you, sitting there on the wall, is a half elf wearing um, silver armor, a black cloak, and a very obvious Treasure Hunters Guild insignia.
Oh.
Hey, I know where you can find some treasure out in the ocean.
Where? I love treasure.
It was some we had to dump over the side.
Oh, that's no fun.
But it's out there just waiting for somebody to come get it.
Well, probably not. Probably in Scalem by now.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
too
point.
bad. Where's Scalem?
I'll point in the direction of it.
East of here.
Huh. Why are you guys here? Who are you guys?
Better question is, why the fuck is he here?
And who are you, and why are you asking so many questions?
I'm Remus. I'm just kind of floating? I don't know. I'm glad I actually met somebody this time and didn't end up under the ocean. Here, have this. He hands you a single gold piece. I think it'll bring you luck. And a shimmer of white and blue comes about him, forming into a grid bar, into a series of into a grid that almost seems to resemble bars around him. The last you see of him is him cheerfully waving at you as he disappears. Who wants to take the gold piece?
I ain't fucking touching that.
Yeah. Yeah, if Power's not going to take it, I won't either.
Are you just gonna leave it sitting there?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
the last time we took gold didn't turn out too well.
And now
Would
somebody
you like?
whose whole mission in life is to find gold is giving it up for nothing in return.
To be fair, you can identify it, right?
I can't.
Yeah, okay.
So, identify cannot tell you exactly what this coin is. It is, however, something with a hefty amount of abjuration magic put on it. Mix of, well, abjuration, conjuration, and a little bit of transmutation.
Yeah, that sounds like a trap. But I'm kind of intrigued.
You're what, sorry?
I said I'm kind of intrigued.
Do we at least have a bag of holding we can throw it in?
I mean, I think I'm carrying the bag of holding. We definitely got one. Yeah, I've got the bag of holding.
All
That's
right.
probably got like all of our other treasure in it. So I don't really want to throw it in there.
Actually, that's a good question. If you got yourself somehow thrown into somebody else's bag of holding, can you steal other
Only if you can potentially. I don't know.
I mean, it just goes to the astral plane, so you just have to
Roll insight, real
find
quick.
some way of traveling outside the plane.
Roll insight for me, real quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. He didn't seem like he had much control over whatever the fuck was happening to him.
It's not.
He's not voluntarily showing up random places and giving people shit.
Not overly encouraging. I'll take a coin and put it in its own pouch.
All right.
I said I'll take the coin and put it in like its own pouch.
Yep. No. All right. Mark down.
Possibly cursed coin. Got it.
No.
Totally cursed coin. Got it.
I'm gonna whisper to you what. I'm gonna whisper to you what you should mark it down as.
Okay.
Possibly hashtag blessed coin?
Do me a favor, real quick, and hop into the other channel. Actually.
Sure.
Man, he keeps getting all the best notes.
The D&D Beyond is a great tool for people wanting to... I can't do it. My throat hurts. I'm just at the point where I'm just binging 4-year-old lozenges.
At least you have some.
Throat coat
Exactly.
tea. Just listening to you made me get the throat coat tea.
Yeah.
So how screwed are we?
It is down as the absolutely 500% cursed coin.
Yes, 1000% cursed. You guys now are.
I'm joking. It's actually down there as TPK imminent.
Oh, so it's a rock falling.
Aha.
Conjure rock barrage. The DM's ultimate.
Is it Manny's coin? Because that'd be awesome.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Manny, I will give you another teaser. Manny does exist in UL.
Of course he fucking does.
Because I love him. And I know you guys do. Alright. So, after you had a lovely afternoon, punctuated briefly by a strange encounter with a half-elf who called himself Ramus. And yeah, you had a lovely, lovely time. or as lovely as the two of you can have with each other. I don't know how lovely that is.
Wouldn't
Val?
you like to know?
I kind of would, now that you say it like that.
Hold on, let me open up Archive of Our Own.
Alrighty. So, yeah. Flint, you wanted to go talk to Garrett?
Yeah.
Garrett is once again down below in the tunnels. They've managed to clear out most of the rot from the immediate tunnel right below where the podium was. And Garrett is taking a bit of a rest down there. He's in his bear form right now and appears to be napping.
Might go over to one of the other druids then while Garrett is asleep.
The other druids will. The druid you approach, say a rock gnome, stands tall at a height just below your waistline, looks up to you as you come in. Hey, what are you doing?
Let's nod to him and look over to Garrett. How long has Garrett been asleep? Will she wake
Few
soon?
hours. Few hours. He'll be awake soon.
But not that. We have retrieved a staff for the terraforming of this island.
His eyebrows climb. Oh. Oh, Garrett will want to see that. He heads over to Garrett and literally pokes the sleeping bear. Hey, Garrett! Wake up! Your Goyle's got a staff for terraforming this island.
Christona just kind of stands there with the staff in both hands in the front, just kind of staring blankly over.
Garrett slowly rouses. What do you want? What? He spots Christona standing there. Are you going to ask for more training, Christona?
Not now, if that is not what you wish, but we have
I
brought this.
would hope you didn't. I would hope you didn't wake me up from my nap for training. Oh,
We did not wake you. And then pointing slightly to the gnome. And then holding out the staff. We have brought the item needed.
oh, interesting. This is the staff from Scalum you were talking about last time.
Yes.
Let's take it above then. We'll
Even out of
find a
that.
good place to put it above. Garrett will shift into her female form, her elven form, and begin to climb back up to the outside.
Follow her up casually.
Or to the outdoors part of the Viscerad, first within the walls, then she'll head to around the center of the courtyard, I imagine. Were there any runes or anything about it?
Yes, we
Anything else?
remember.
She plants the staff in the ground and turns to you, Kristona. Show me. Draw them.
I'll give a nod and start going around to preparing it.
All right. Make me a quick, just make me a spell attack roll. Simplest way to phrase what I want. Yeah. All right. You draw out the runes and other markings. Well, the runes and other druidic markings around your staff. And as you slot the final one into place, the ground around the staff ripples a little bit, and the gray, dead gravel and rock and dirt starts to turn brown and become fertile soil. Spreads very slowly. As you watch for a little while, it grows maybe a centimeter. But it is slowly growing out from the staff.
Not perfect system.
But something. Thank you. I will do my best to replicate this. If I can plant more around the island, it'll probably make the process faster. And in the meantime, the rest of us will keep working into the rot downstairs.
Understood. Thank you, Garrett.
No problem. Kristona?
Hmm?
Were you drow?
We believe that Kristona is part drow. Bit of human was with human.
Was going to... You don't know their language or anything, do you? Their hand sign language?
We only know the basic language of the below world.
Garrett frowns. Damn shame. We've spotted a couple of drow below, but they run as soon as somebody calls out to them. We hope that you might know their hand language so they could not flee from you, but she shrugs.
We had only seen the ones called drow pass through our tunnels. Gestures are long ago. Do not know if could remember anything usable.
Fair enough.
Would that be like a intelligence check? Like remembering something?
Give me 3 intelligence checks. Your own group check. you remember what I affectionately refer to as tourist drow? You know how to... You know how to say hello, goodbye, yes, no, can I order a beer, and please don't kill me. The most important things to know whenever you're heading into any new society.
Absolutely. We have seen small things, and the Christona was young.
Alright. Let's... If you ever wish to go back below, we can always find use for you. The drow are down there, and you're honestly the best hope we have of them actually speaking to us. We found some more of their dead bodies as well.
We are glad to aid as we can.
Right on. Garrett does not actually say right on. That was a David that flipped in.
Garrett is so rad.
Yes, Garrett is the most radical druid of them all, in so many ways. Not the, anarchist group of urban druids you met, but Garrett, the druid who lives underground. We'll see what we can do.
We understand.
Where will you go next? Where will you go next, Christina?
We are currently unsure. We were going to speak to Digoroy, learn options. You cut out.
Be safe, Christina.
You also. Once we speak, we can possibly help in tunnels again until we must go.
Alrighty. Then go speak to him.
Give a nod at that and nod directly to her this time and then start heading off.
Alright. Digoroy, you went to go speak to Manok.
Yes.
Alright. You find Manok below. He is once again working on making sure that his siblings are clean. Overseer, how are you?
I am well. How is the facility?
The facility continues to be inoperative due to lack of materials. However, we anticipate that the other knock units will be operational within a few days.
Excellent.
We also anticipate the return of the one known as Martin, the practical one, within a few days as well, from the northern door.
Yes. Hopefully he has good news. Aside from raw materials, is there anything else you would need to bring the factory up to operational?
No, we have repaired what was damaged. We have scrapped those who were. Um, we have cleansed and scrapped those who were corrupted or destroyed. We have used their parts to bring the facility to full operation, Overseer.
Good, good. Once you have the materials, how long do you think it'll take to bring the facility to a production level?
We anticipate weeks,
Okay,
perhaps a month,
that's fine.
to reach full production.
All right. And you've been successful at reducing the corruption and removing it from the places you've removed it from. It's staying removed.
Yes, the further awakened workforce, as well as the ones that call themselves sharks, and the druids have been most helpful. If you see the druid named Garrett, please give them my regards and thanks. They have been
I will.
most useful.
Might not put it that way, but all right, I will let them know. All tunnels to the Underdark are sealed.
Not sealed, but currently undergoing work. We would like permission to make the facility more sustainable, Overseer. We believe that given ample support from those druids and given the expertise of a few dwarves, we may form our own mining operation.
It's a farming operation?
Mining. They want to mine the raw materials
Yeah.
to build themselves.
But you would need miners on site to determine the feasibility of that, or
Correct. We do not know how to identify viable areas for mining.
yeah, we should look into that. I'll see if I can find some miners.
What? Fuck! Oh no. Oh,
Again, they're alive.
you guys are terrible. Alrighty. So. Alright. Monarch, Diggeroy, Monarch turns to you as well. Overseer, I am concerned.
What is your concern?
My concern is strange. My siblings. I worry for them. That they are broken. We have been working on them for 2 weeks. I find no mechanical fault in them. Yet I am concerned still that something may be wrong.
All right, now I'm worried.
Worry is. I am warforged. I am not meant to have worry. It is not constructive to my purpose, Overseer.
No, but at
Why
some
do
level,
I-
you're perceiving a problem.
Why do I worry?
At some level, you're perceiving a problem, but you can't figure out what it is, so you can't deal with it. Who else might have knowledge of how Warforged are supposed to work?
There. Anywhere there is a great group of artificers. In olden times, there was another place, however, that supported all efforts, all research, even that into those such as us. They called it the Isle of Autumn.
Isle of Autumn. Isle of Autumn. Have I ever heard of that?
Roll history or arcana. All of you roll history or arcana.
I know my sea legends.
The Isle of Autumn actually is a sea legend. Is actually to an extent a sea legend. So the Isle of Autumn is Diggeroy. You don't quite remember the entire story of how it came to be. Bauer, Sadok, if you could roll them as well, just to see.
Bauer has heard of Autumn.
Yeah, it's time of year, right? Or is it the sneaky version where it's a person?
The sneaky version where it's fall, where it falls to the ground. That was terrible. I'm not even sure what was happening there. So Diggeroy, you're not totally up on the exact story of how it came to be. You know it involves some mages who were being persecuted for their craft, who escaped from Aventine, and wasn't so much Aventine back then, I guess, the proto city that would become Aventine. And basically, one of them created their own island. It moves around throughout the Four Skull Strait. It's well known for popping up randomly in patches of fog. Legend has it follows the ley lines through the Four Skull Strait, but nobody has ever been able to predict. Nobody that you know of has ever been able to predict when and where it appears. Legend keeps it around, however, as a place where all forms of magic are accepted and allowed. Where any research is okay as where any research is okay as long as it's in the pursuit of knowledge.
Are we looking for Xanadu?
No, I'm assuming this is a perfectly safe place where reasonable people go to engage in safe research with proper precautions.
Safe, sane, consensual arcane use.
Yes, perfectly sane and reasonable people go to the Hidden Mage School for all kinds of magic. Let me see if I can find the name of somebody who where the fuck did it go?
Whatever the mad, I'm sure.
No, let me. You may or may not remember in the intro to Yualia thing I gave you guys way back. There's a particular island on the northeastern side of Yualia, where the most notable thing is a lich who basically lives on one of the nearby islands and causes periodic undead plagues, basically for shits and giggles. He's also known for abducting adventurers and placing them in random mazes full of death traps, riddles, and terrible trying situations for them to overcome solely for his own amusement. Legend has it that he learned necromancy and magic at the Isle of Autumn. So that's the sort of people that come out of the Isle of Autumn.
Well,
Such a wonderful place.
that's not it. They don't have as good a food as Flavor Town.
I just posted the relevant paragraph in Discord. If you, but yeah, such a wonderful place.
Fun.
So yeah, Isle of Autumn, great place. We understand that this may we do not understand. We are confused, Overseer. This has not happened before.
Right. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
It is our duty, Overseer.
Is there anything else I should know about?
No.
All right, thank you. Keep up the good work.
He nods and gets back to his work.
I guess go meet up with the others, find food, wherever.
All right. So you you all meet up in the courtyard of the Visherod. Would you like to swap stories about your day?
We have delivered the staff to Garrett. They wish perhaps some help talking to the ones that look similar to the Cristona, called the Drow, but we have only basic knowledge of their quiet language. We were at least going to ask where the next destination is before we help.
That was an excellent question. It's going to be a few more days before Martin returns, so I kind of want to wait around for that anyway.
We can help in the tunnels in the meanwhile.
Yeah. But from there, I guess, well, it depends. If Martin was successful in establishing a deal, then that's done. If not, I kind of want to deal with that first, because a constant supply of materials will allow the island to grow. Build up the factory, build up the workforce, which allows us to just do more things. But we may need to go deal with that. Beyond that, I guess it's a matter of finding, I don't know, what do we want to do? Try and keep fighting the corruption? Then we have to find another location where it is.
We are always in search of ways to destroy the rot.
You have like a lot of places you could go.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have the cult. Trinity has, from the dowsing rod setup you guys have. Trinity has a setup on Draya, which is just one place that they're looking for. One place that they're looking. They have another couple of setups in the wild places if you guys wanted to explore it that way. Martin will be back with results with a talk from the Greatbeards. Let's see, where else? Diggeroy, you have an invitation to go to Warrior's Rest and talk to your old boss. Cristona, you can always go hunt. Well, there's still rot underneath the Visherod. It's just been pushed further down. There are drow down there, like Garrett told you, if you wanted to investigate. Fuck Island does exist. There's still shit going on in Aventine. There's shit going on in Enrin that you guys haven't poked your heads too far into.
There's shit going on
can-
at Puck Island.
There's Yeah, the fuckers and the shitters are going at it. The dammers are watching them from the sidelines, though, for now. Fuck. You've got the sharks around. You could literally go become pirates if you wanted. I'm just listing things. It's up to you guys.
Yeah. It's not that we have nothing to do, it's that how do we pick which one we want to do?
Have I given you too many options?
Nah. We'll figure something out.
Analysis paralysis.
Diggeroy's inclination is to build up the island, because the more stuff we have going on here, the more stuff we can do at once. But for now, that's kind of in a weird spot. Until Martin comes back, we don't know what that takes.
What does everybody
Yeah.
else think?
Kristona's fine with that since part of what she would want to do is here anyway, or at least below here.
All right. Sanook, Bauer, what do you guys think?
I agree with that.
Sure.
Alrighty.
So wait around a few days, maybe work a little bit on the under passageways. See if we can make some progress there while we wait for Martin to get back.
Alrighty. So you have a couple days. You want to work on what do people want to do over the couple days?
You know what I want to do?
Yeah, I know. You want to go ask Garrett for more training on.
And help with stuff in the tunnels.
Yep. Alrighty.
One, then maybe the other if there's progress.
Alrighty. So, Martin's clerics that he left behind are also down in the tunnels helping out. So Garrett can just take the time to try and teach you, as opposed to focusing on the rot.
It was more like she was there to help Garrett first, and then in the downtime.
Sorry. Garrett does that. Does her. Garrett does do her thing a couple more times, but it takes something out of her to do it. So, in between her casting her spells and her meditating and connecting with the earth, she kind of directs you. She sections off a little section of rot for you to work with, and starts giving you directions in between her casting and her doing her best to clear out rot.
Alright. We'll get to work on it.
Diggeroy, what are you doing?
I would probably be helping with clearing the tunnels.
All right.
At least figuring out what's working and how to do this.
So, your powers, as always, your powers provoke the rot to attack if you use them on it, as I believe you've seen before. However, just throwing alchemist's fire and stuff turns out to work almost as well as just casting fireballs like Minoc and Binoc do. So you get some flasks of alchemist fire that were on the ship, go around clearing them out, and making sure to get any patches that the others have left behind.
By the way, because this is going to be a couple
Okay.
days, the docks. There's only
Yes.
slips for 3 ships. There's room for 3
Yep.
ships. Yep. Okay.
Want to escort 2 smaller ones, or 2 cargo haulers.
But if we got another ship, we wouldn't be able to fit it in there.
Correct. All right, Zadok, Bauer, what are you guys focusing on?
Not getting another cursed coin.
I will tell you all this. It is not cursed. Quite the opposite. Sadok, if you want to tell them after we're done this session, feel free. But for now, just leave it be. It is not cursed. I will tell you that, though. Is there anything more specific you want to do other than not getting not cursed coins?
Nope.
All right. So I'm gonna say you help out with cleaning out the stuff a bit, with cleaning out the undertunnels a bit, but you also go wandering the outside of the Visharad as well and see a bit more of the island besides just the fortress that's been put upon it. So you get a pretty good idea of the surrounding terrain, the hills, and you have a couple of ideas for where you might be able to put some defensive positions outside of the actual fortress itself. If you ever wanted to start adding extra walls or defenses to the island itself, the surveying that you do over the next couple of days would be an excellent start. Bauer's originally a soldier, right? Pre-adventuring? Yes. Yeah. And at night you get to sit down with the sharks, dice, drink beer, have a good time with them. Right. Sadok?
Yep.
What are you doing What are you doing over the next 3 days while you wait for Martin?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything specific. I mean, like, there's nothing I can particularly do to help with the tunnels, but it's just help out to the extent that the different priests are.
You can bless stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'll go and do that then.
All right. You can head down, bless sections of it. The other priests are deferential to you. They nod as you pass by. And you help clean out the tunnels. So, I'm going to break out an old drawing that I've never really formalized but still works. So, the this section over here, this 100 foot down section, is now completely clean of rot, thanks to you guys and your efforts. The 125 feet across section here is also free of rot. Thanks to the combined efforts over the last several weeks of you guys, the priests, the druids, the warforged, everybody who's really been able to help. Problem now is you get into a big downward section, vaguely downward section of tunnel, where there is a lot of rot. A decent chunk of the near portions have been cleared out, but there's a lot of tunnel and not too many of you guys. So you're doing a pretty good job clearing it out, but it's not completely gone. Roll. I want everybody who's helping with the rot clear out. So Sadok, Diggeroy, and Christona, I want each of you to roll perception checks and D100s. All right. So Sadok, you notice in at least one area where you pushed the rot back a ways one day, it has started growing back.
Of course.
You also spot on the second day of your work. It is, I should specify, it is not growing back fast. Hence why you needed a 22 to spot it. It's grown back maybe a centimeter at most.
Okay.
But it is something that will need maintenance.
Yeah.
It won't be a huge amount of maintenance, but it will need at least a few warforged or something to stand by and keep the current levels maintained.
Right. I'll point that out to people.
The other thing, you and Diggeroy spot this one. You spot a dark gray, black-skinned elf wearing a wooden, featureless mask with only eye sockets. One day, coming out of a small side tunnel, one day while you are below. Nobody else appears to have noticed him.
I'll wave to them, show them I'm not armed. Or not holding weapons.
Yeah. Call out, hello?
Diggeroy, he sees you and cautiously stops, but Sadok, as soon as you speak, you can see him jump in surprise, and he bolts.
Should we follow him?
I have a feeling charging off into the tunnels is a bad idea.
What was seen?
One of the underground elves. Doesn't seem to like speech or noise.
Yes, that was what Garrett explained to us, what we mentioned about the quiet talking to them.
Except we don't know when they're going to show up.
Just frowns. We did not see.
Well, the next time we see one, we'll have to keep quiet and go send for, well, you, Christona.
We will try to remember what we know of the silent language.
Just do your best.
Get back to the rod at least for a little bit. But trying to keep a better eye out for Drought this time.
Alrighty. The rest of your time passes. And the next day, after you're done working for the day, a ship comes around the Visharad. It does not stop at the docks, but pulls around to the shore on the far side of the island and beaches itself.
What kind of ship?
A smaller ship. Crew maybe 15, 20 people.
Go up top?
As you look towards it, it's Martin's ship.
Oh.
Martin's back. So you see him and the group of paladins he took to crew the ship with him return up to the evening.
Welcome. Welcome back.
So, good news. The dwarves of the Greatbeard clan. Good news and bad news, I suppose. Good news. The dwarves of the Greatbeard clan have agreed to honor the ancient treaty they have with the Warforged to this place. They will supply materials and expertise as needed to this place in exchange for our fixing their very, very old Warforged that they currently have, and for providing more.
How many more?
They want a couple hundred more. 400, I believe, was their quote.
Okay. Is that the bad news?
Well, not quite. Bad news is they want to meet you in person at some point before they'll seal the deal. It's apparently, Martin visibly rolls his eyes, their custom to not enter a deal without without having met the person they're entering into a deal with. And the people, the old family here may be dead, Lockling or whatever their name was, but You're acting in their stead as they see it. It's not. Dwarves are. Their laws are not quite like ours. But the way I understood it, they're basically making a new contract with the same terms, I think, and they want you to sign it.
It's not out of line of them to ask.
He shrugs. It seems to me like it amounts to the same thing, but it seemed like it would make them happy, so I told them that I was pretty sure you'd agree, but wasn't sure when exactly you'd come around. They said that was fine, but that they wouldn't start delivering materials until you did.
Okay. Thank you very much, Martin. You've been a huge help.
Got it. Wasn't a problem. I'm going to go below, see what's happened while I was gone.
All right. Thank you again.
He salutes Sadok and heads.
It seems like if we want to be building more Warforged, we have to do this first.
And that is first place to go.
I think so, because the more Warforged we have, the more corruption we can fight. The more places we can be.
We understand. Is there time for us to try one more time in the tunnels beforehand?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'm gonna start running that way.
All right. You want to do what in the tunnel? Sorry.
Help out a bit more, hopefully, maybe find a drow or something for Garrett.
All right. Make a spell attack roll and a perception check.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration on the perception check because this is important. At least to her.
Roll a d100. Yeah. The noise and some of the clerics and paladins have all left to head back up to meet their brethren who were on the ship with Martin. Martin himself is down here, but he doesn't spare a glance for you. He's mostly checking how far the rot has gone back, and he's starting to measure up. He's starting to take a look around to see where the best places to hold the rot back are. You spot a single drow wearing a brown wood mask with eye holes and no other features, come out of the same side tunnel as last time and cautiously look around.
Okay. I'm going to cautiously try to approach it and do the hand signal that she knows is hello.
It spots you approaching, watches cautiously but does not move. It sees your hello and signs back hello.
Can I say that since she went down here specifically looking for this, she could have an animal messenger prepared to send to Garrett if she finds something while she's talking about this?
Sure.
Just does that and doesn't really know. Was there any other phrases that would apply to this situation that she'd know, or because otherwise it's just kind of quiet undercommon?
I would like a beer. Or where is the library?
¿Dónde está?
Ein Bier bitte. Um, you would probably know something along the lines of "I come in peace."
Okay. Try to do that as easily as possible.
It's the drow signs back, "I come in peace" also.
And what did Garrett specifically want to talk to them about?
Garrett didn't say.
Given that there were those like creepy stretched what might have been drow or something like that before.
Something like that, yep.
They might say in undercommon, which has another words for it otherwise. We are fighting the rot here. Why are you here?
Upon hearing your words, the drow immediately puts a finger to where its lips would be. As soon as you make a sound.
It stops.
It creeps over towards you, raises its mask slightly to reveal a mouth and whispers into your ear in undercommon, "Quiet. It hears you." Then slips its mask back on and heads off into the tunnel that it came out of.
That's unnerving. Kind of furrows her brows at that and stays silent, but slowly starts moving backwards to tell the others to go back a bit.
There's no one else down here with you besides
Okay.
Martin.
Okay. And let point Martin backwards.
You sent your animal messenger to Garrett. Garrett has not come back down. Has not come down yet, though.
Okay. We'll just have Martin move a little bit back for now, or otherwise, like, give the signal to be quiet while down here. And like while they're doing that, would just try to listen in for anything else that might be shuffling around. That might be it.
All right. Make a perception check. You don't hear anything else. You do not hear anything else besides Martin. Martin looks a little concerned as you start kind of shuffling him away. But then he spots the fleeing drow and puts a hand to his sword.
I'm gonna pause
And
the
grows
motion.
very tense. He looks at you. What are you doing?
And puts basically, well, probably wouldn't even do that, would just kind of cover his mouth with a hand. And then use the other hand to finger to lips.
He looks very confused, but nods.
Once that's
He
done,
leans
we'll
in
point back.
close to you. He leans in close to your ear and whispers, "What is it? What's here?"
Like very, very quietly. Speak further back. Unknown, but dangerous.
He nods and does his best to be quiet, but he's wearing plate armor.
Pass without trace.
You pass without trace on him, and you leave the cave without further issue. Around this time, Garrett comes down into the cleaned out portion of the tunnels and spots you two and rushes over. You saw one?
We
There was
spoke
a drow
briefly.
here.
Left. Back through side tunnel.
You'll point out which tunnel. You'll have to point out which tunnel for us.
We will. It said to us to be quiet. It can hear. Did not explain it, but seemed extremely unnerved.
I see.
Keep
We
ears open.
Yes. The drow have been underground for longer than I have. But we've never. Somehow they managed to live underground, wherever this rot comes from, without being corrupted by it, as far as we can tell. We're trying to find them so we can learn what they're doing. So I need you to point me in the direction. Need you to point me in the direction of wherever that drow came from.
We
Garrett breathes
point.
deeply and a little bit of stress starts showing on her face. It's important.
To be fair, would being in the tunnels for that long and dealing with the rot, would they have noticed that too? That Drow didn't seem to be corrupted at all?
Garrett was an Underdark druid before. Like, she was literally an underground druid before coming here.
Yeah, I meant
She's met Drow before.
no, I meant the spores in Cristona.
Oh, yes, they probably would have noticed that there seemed to be a lot of uncorrupted Drow, given how the
Yes.
rot's coming from underground.
We used this knowledge in partly choosing the Cristona to escape closest to the below elves. Only survivor.
If only your Cristona could talk.
We speak together. Pieces of everything as one long time ago. Young learned with us. Heart.
Garrett narrows her eyes and looks at Cristona. I see. I think.
The Cristona is us, and we are the Cristona.
Then perhaps the Cristona will be able to help with the Dark Elves in the future.
It did not seem to harm in this case. Did not flee immediately.
No, it even spoke to you. I've never heard of one speaking before. Troubling. Garrett sits down, deep in thought. We will try and find more underground elves for you. Basically,
Understood.
we'll be quiet and not speak, apparently. Um,
We can attempt to show motions used.
that would be excellent if you've got the time.
We have time before we head to. DeGroy says we must speak to the dwarves for resources.
All right. Then, we shouldn't waste any time, I suppose. Show me what you know.
Set to doing that.
All right. The rest of you, do you want to do anything specifically before you head to the Great Beards?
I want to get from Monarch how fast we can produce Warforged once we have the incoming materials.
Oh, Monarch will give you some numbers. David, however, needs to come up with those numbers.
Yeah, that's fine.
When David comes up with exact production numbers for Warforged, he will let you know.
All right, because the other. Go ahead.
It will not be a super high throughput, but once the production line is rolling, it will take a lot to stop it.
That's fine.
You're not gonna churn out thousands of soldiers in a month or something. But it'll give you a steadily increasing supply of Warforged, no problem.
Okay, that's part one. The other one is how much resources I need to make a Warforged. And I imagine it really comes down to, depends on what I'm making, but if Monarch can write all that down for me.
Yeah, that very much depends on what the exact force distribution you want. But most of the raw materials of a Warforged are surprisingly not difficult to make. It's the actual magic that makes them go that's the difficult part. So there's some finely machined gears and cogs and little intricate pieces that are needed to make it go, and those will be the majority. Those will be the majorly expensive parts. Beyond that, a lot of it's just steel, iron in like bulk.
Okay.
Just the raw metal to actually form the bodies and armor, and the rest of it. A lot of the rest is just you stamp the magic onto the components of the body itself. You form the brain and you imbue the brain with magic to make it go. So, Monarch will also write you up a list of a. Monarch will write you up basically a bill of materials for. Here, you know what? Monarch will write you up a bill of materials for each individual class of Warforged that they have, as well as a bill of materials for his suggested force distribution.
Okay.
Just to save you from having to do the math yourself.
Excellent. I'll need that before I go talk to the dwarves.
Yeah. Anything else you guys are looking for before you head out?
I think so.
All right. So, Kristona, you managed to finish up teaching Garrett and a couple of the other druids the drow sign language stuff. And you guys set off. Martin is going to come with you again. He's left instructions with some of his paladins and his clerics on what he thinks is the best way to proceed in his absence. Gawain is going to come with you as well to captain the ship that you're taking. So you're taking Martin's smaller 15-20 crew ship back up to the Greatbeards. So you head down to the beach, push off with a couple of paladins and several more sharks, Gawain and Martin, and you sail off northwards towards the Greatbeards. And I think this is about as good an ending point as we're going to get for this session. And also, I wanted to chat with you all a bit, regardless. So, this is where we're going to end for the night, guys.